Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about the Arkansas Razorbacks. I have a quick overview of their 2024 recruiting class and where they stand with some of their top targets. I also have some spring practice intel and what I think about their roster headed into the 2023 season. So currently, the Razorbacks sit at 32nd overall in the 2024 team recruiting rankings. They have 3 commits, 2 of them being on the defensive side of the ball. First off, we have Kavion Henderson, a 4-star D lineman out of Alabama. He ranks as the 22nd defensive lineman and the 161st player in the country. Sticking on the defensive line, they also have Dion Stutes, a 3-star defensive lineman out of Memphis, Tennessee. Their third commitment is from 4-star wide receiver Noreel White out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi, and he ranks as the 302nd overall player in the country. So they're the guys that are currently committed to Arkansas, but who are some of their top targets? I'll start things out with 4-star running back Braylon Russell. The recruitment for Russell looks to be a 3-team race between Ole Miss, Arkansas, and Tennessee, with the Razorbacks currently in the lead if I had to put a pick in. A dark horse in this recruitment and a team gaining some momentum is Texas A&M. Only thing is, Arkansas has gotten him on campus a total of 5 times already, compared to only 3 combined from the other top schools. As of right now, Razorback fans should feel pretty good about him and getting him in this recruitment. Next up, we have a guy that could be very close to making a decision. That would be Brian Huff, a 4-star linebacker who has very high interest in playing for Sam Pittman. Missouri, Memphis, Oklahoma, and Kansas State seem to be the biggest challengers to Arkansas right now, but nonetheless, I like the Razorbacks to land Brian Huff. Another prospect that's very high on Sam Pittman's board is 3-star athlete Jalen Neal out of Buford, Georgia. Neal's a guy with a lot of positional versatility and has a lot of interest from top programs like Penn State, Ohio State, Louisville, and Alabama. As of right now, it looks like Arkansas is in the driver's seat, but they'll need to get him on campus 1 or 2 more times before the fall, in my opinion. Arkansas fans down below, let me know in the comments where you think your 2024 class will be ranked when it's all said and done. Alright, so now that we covered recruiting, let's talk about the 2023 version of Sam Pittman's Arkansas Razorbacks. So Arkansas recently had a week full of spring practices, and then just this week, they had a scrimmage. As we all know, headed into this season, all eyes are on Coach Pittman and how he's going to respond after a 7-6 season. All spring long, it's been about the defense and who will step up to change the overall perception of the group. So far, it seems like Landon Jackson, a transfer from LSU, has been the alpha in the room. This was a very talented kid coming out of high school. He was graded a 4-star by the composite, and he's finally unleashing that potential. The front 7 as a whole should be very good this season, especially the defensive line. Just going through their roster, you have Zach Williams and John Morgan, who look to be big-time contributors alongside Rashad Stewart and Trayshawn Jeffcoat. The fan base should feel good about this unit front and who will be behind them at linebacker. Obviously, losing your 2 starting linebackers hurt, but there's a lot of speed coming back in 2023. It sounds like Antonio Greer could step up and take a starting spot this year. Manny Powell was a former 3-star recruit in the 2022 class, a guy with great upside, and we could see him in a bigger role as well moving forward. The offensive side of the ball has a lot of question marks, but also a lot of key returning players. Quarterback KJ Jefferson is returning for a senior season, but he has a new offensive coordinator in Dan Enos. Going from a spread, gimmicky Briles offense to more of a pro style could have an adjustment period for Jefferson, but nonetheless, he is a veteran with a lot of tools to his game. Raheem Sanders balled out all spring long, and he's a top 10 back in all of college football. Sam Pittman has talked very highly of him, and he'll most likely be the cornerstone of their offense next year. Lastly, who will step up at wide receiver? Injuries have been the name of the game so far this offseason. Tyrone Bolden and Jaden Wilson have been sidelined a majority of spring. That's not entirely bad because it gives other guys an opportunity to play and get better. 2 guys to look at are Isaiah Sategna and Bryce Stevens. Sategna was one of the fastest players coming out of high school in 2022. Many top programs were going after him. He was a 1-time Oregon commit to run track there, if that tells you anything. Blazing speed on the outside. And if he can learn the offense and play fast at all times, he's definitely a guy to look out for. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you love college football. I'll catch you guys in the next video.